And it's funny because I wanted to say Knight of Wands because I was still focused on the fact that they have the devil coming through. And not only that, but the way that things kind of progress, where when they start talking about the happily ever after, you're like, no, you're blocking it out because they've put you through a lot. So the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel like this is going to be about you needing to break a cycle with this person. And a lot of that is because of the devil coming through. Now, to be fair, though, the Wheel of Fortune could be talking about the fortunate turn of events, you know. But what I don't like is that I think that this person ends up taking like a distance from you. And I think that you knew that this was coming, even though they're showing, you know, the 10 of Cups. Like you knew that this person was, you know, backing off from you. And it's like any progress made in this relationship is going to be extremely slow. Communication, you know, maybe going back and forth, but I also feel like with the Eight of Wands, everything is up in the air, but I don't like the Nine of Pentacles on their side. I'm sorry, Libra. But that's only because of the 10 of Cups being there. Like if you really wanted the happily ever after, you would not want to be independent. So you come into this with the Queen of Pentacles and them showing the devil. I think that you may have been, it kind of has like an Empress type of feeling. You may have been like providing something for this person that continued to like feed their negative habits. Like being an enabler. That's what I want to say. But I also think that their negative attachments, their negative habits, you know, the bad things about this person have made you like, first of all, being insecure, absolutely. But I think that the reason why you're the Queen of Pentacles is you were forced to find security for yourself. Like I almost feel like you feel like you're alone in the relationship. Now, with the Six of Wands, this could definitely be showing that there's going to be some victory over the negative things, but only if this person is willing to start giving toward you, you know? So if they get past the devil and the negative things, and they start giving what's necessary to the relationship, you're going to feel like this is a good thing. Like it's forward movement. It's victory over that. But the thing is with the Wheel, yeah, we could be talking about the cycle repeating, you know, and I want to tell you that maybe now is the time to break this, because it's like when they needed you, you were there. But as soon as they don't need you, it's like they're a completely different person almost. And I see you knowing, you know that this person is starting to back off from you because of that Nine of Wands. Sorry guys, let me take a drink of coffee here. My voice is like failing on me. So with their 10 of Cups, I really feel like they want to have like the long-lasting relationship. I think that, you know, they move into a place where they start talking about the future with you. But the thing is that this is only a small victory, but this feels like they're acting in a way that you've seen before. You recognize that in them, and it immediately puts you on guard. And you've been put through a lot with this person. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, we're talking about things moving slowly, you know, there is forward movement, yes. But I think that the reason why things start to slow down is because all of a sudden this person may feel like they don't need you anymore, if that makes sense. It's like they're finding independence from you, and you see it coming. You see it coming. But there's still like this communication back and forth. But I also think that things are kind of like up in the air right now. I don't know that you want to progress with this. I don't know if you do, but yet I feel like at the same time, you know, you're still going to be there for this person. Maybe, it's not only their own vices, but this person is an addiction to you too, though, Libra. And again, this is only going to be for some of you. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like as soon as this person starts talking about the future, you immediately go, oh, I've heard this before. And you're like blocking it out, but you know it's coming. You know it's coming. Like as soon as they don't need you, they're like, oh, well, I can be independent on my own. But you've been enabling something in them though too. And I think that you know that you deserve better. Seriously. So the Five of Swords and the Hierophant, this is going to hurt. This person is going to be saying some things and doing some things where I think that your perspective on it is, this person has really taken advantage of you. But the thing is we're talking about commitment, right? So even if there is conversation between the two of you about how committed you have been, they're going to make you feel bad for it. It's almost like they're, using words against you, right? That's kind of how I see the Five of Swords. But again, it's going to be about, values being different, absolutely. And not only that, but how committed you have been. Now, looking at the Ace of Swords, I think that this is where you're going to have to face the truth that this person is about to let you down, or that they're going to let you down again. I don't think that they're dealing with emotional disappointment. But the thing is they may turn it around on you. And I say that because of the Five of Swords. So even if they're acting like you hurt me, that's not really the truth. I feel like they're spinning the truth to make it look like, I am the victim, when really I don't think that they are, And that's where you're wanting, the truth to be told. We're wanting the truth to come out. But I also think that you're facing the truth that this person is, going to let you down. I really do. I really feel like you're dealing with somebody who's very emotionally immature and very dependent on you at the same time. And I swear to God, this feels like somebody who, if, things fall apart on them, they would come right back to you and want you to save them. Because that's what you do. But with the Eight of Swords, we're stuck. And even if they did try to communicate to you some emotions, the way that they come off is like, no, because of what you just pulled, there's no way I'm letting you back in. I don't see how this relationship is going to move forward. But the thing is that it's still progressing. I almost look at the Knight of Pentacles and think that, yeah, things start to slow way, way down. But we're still looking at how the relationship is progressing. But yeah, I feel like, you're still communicating with this person though. So we're not letting this end. We're not letting it end. And they're definitely not wanting to end it with you, no matter how badly they treat you. So I look at romantic feelings and yeah, they are worth exploring here. But, I'm kind of like cautious about where things are moving in the future, and some of you may just be exploring these feelings now so that you can get a better understanding of exactly how you feel. So Libra, I feel like some of you are coming into this having, obviously with the Queen of Cups, a lot of romantic feelings for somebody right now. But the thing is that we're not ascending the relationship. With the Eight of Wands, you're just enjoying your time with this person. But this is, I think Libra is in love. So then you move into the Star with the Ace of Cups. And this is wanting to hope that there is going to be, this beginning of the relationship with the Ace of Cups. But I also believe that this person is creating this. They're creating that kind of hope for you that there is going to be, this beginning with the Ace of Cups, where it is the beginning of the relationship, where you're finally going to start having a more, I don't want to say normal relationship, but like we're actually calling it that now, But the thing is like they flake out on you. They start getting lazy. The Seven of Pentacles is somebody who's not putting forth the effort anymore. And then you move into the Knight of Pentacles, where it's like, if you're making an offer to them, they're really not that interested, or it's you. But that's because they start getting lazy. They're not putting in the effort anymore. All right. So Now, with the Chariot, what I feel like, because you're looking at the Knight of Pentacles with this, is that we can give this relationship a sense of direction, but somebody needs to take control. But the thing is somebody is being really lazy. So I do see, potential with the Chariot, absolutely. But because of the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, this is like, I'm really, not that interested. Like, thank you. But, maybe the direction of the relationship needs to go in a different way. But if you reject somebody, or if you're like, this isn't really like all out rejection, like, oh, that's nice, thank you, but, you know what I mean? Like, let's just be friends, right? Like, I don't want to get as emotionally invested as I have before. It could like switch gears where this person starts acting and like surprises you and wants to take control of the relationship. And maybe that's why it's worth exploring for you. But they had to apologize for something with that Five of Cups. But they've done this to you before. This has the feeling of you being really in love with somebody and really enjoying the time with them, but they don't ever really give you a relationship. And here they're creating that hope by being more caring, more loving, more understanding with the Three of Pentacles. But if they flake out and you decide to move on, I think that they freak out and immediately want to give it direction. That, or your relationship with this person is going to take a different direction where it's not about, let's see where this relationship goes anymore. Somebody interjected, if I could talk right, into your relationship. Okay. The Page of Swords is going to be an instigator, somebody who is trying to like get in between you and your partner. And it changed your relationship with death. It changed things. If it didn't bring the relationship completely to an end, but I don't think it did. I think that what's happening here is that with the Ten of Cups, the relationship changed in such a way where someone thinks everything is okay, but really it's not. The other person is not happy. Now, this could be that by somebody instigating in the relationship, it caused things to change and it may have ended it for them, but they're not really ending it. And instead, they may be stepping out with someone else. Now, clearly, that's not going to be everybody's situation. But the thing is what I feel like is happening here is that, Libra, it looks like you may be getting ready to end a relationship, whether or not it has to do with somebody who has caught your attention, or whether it's about your partner allowing somebody to cause problems, okay? Because I see the Empress as Libra. I think that you need to feel better about yourself. Now, with the Empress, yeah, we can be talking about, the temptation, right? But I feel like Libra just wants to move on from this situation, possibly end this relationship and move on from it. And I say that because of the Fool, because this is about walking away from the bullshit and taking a new path in your love life. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. But with Temperance, we're talking about, passion that's slowly starting to build. But is it somewhere else? Is it somewhere else? And then the Page of Wands. For a lot of you, this could be taking a brand new path where you're with your partner, where you're getting past this. But I'm not seeing anything that's indicating that the situation has been corrected or healed for you, okay? So with the Three of Wands, that kind of throws me off, because if somebody instigates in your relationship, this is, two people realizing that they feel the same way about each other. But it's going to cause something to end and change within your relationship. And with the Ten of Cups, somebody is stepping out, right? And with the Moon here, it's like nothing is very clear. It's almost like having a double life. Now, this could be your partner, though, right? And again, it's only going to be for some of you. But I feel like I want to say to some Libras, you need to end your relationship. If you want to take a new path in your love life, you need to end it, and you need to stop being in two different worlds. That's what I feel like with the moon, because you're still with your relationship, but you're also with something or someone else, I should say. But I have to wonder here, had this person never interjected themselves, would you still be happy with your current relationship? Because honestly, if something like that is allowed to come in, you must not be that happy right now. And again, only for some of you who it's general. It is general. But with the Page of Wands, we're talking about looking past appearances and getting wrapped up in the passion, and it's starting to build. So the way that things look may not be, that bad. We need to look past this. Maybe, we shouldn't have started our relationship this way, but it is what it is. And something about it makes you feel good with the Empress. We need to look past that. We need to get caught up in the passion, and it is building with Temperance. But I also think that there is a part of yourself that's kind of holding back from loving, right? It's hard to fall in love with the Page of Swords. Now I understand. But I think that this is going to be for those of you who need to stop living the double life. And I'm just being honest with that, with the moon being there, especially with that 10 of Cups. If you're not happy and you allowed something to change your relationship, then you need to end it, right? But I can't tell you what to do. I just think that you would feel better if you did this, and it would be easier for you to open up and love this Page of Swords. Holy shit, man.